Week 4, Chapter 6 review questions. Explain the role of recruitment within organizations and differentiate between strategic and tactical recruitment activities. Recruitment is making sure there's a pool of qualified candidates for when your organization needs to hire employees. This puts you ahead when you need to onboard rather than having to start from scratch and not having any candidates whatsoever. When your hiring needs grow sooner than expected or faster than expected. Strategic recruitment activities are things like employer branding, building relationships with potential candidates, creating recruiting campaigns, and tactical recruiting activities are things like creating job postings, managing candidate databases, and coordinating with recruiters. Question 2, discuss how applying self-determination theory can improve recruitment practices. So keeping self-determination theory in mind while recruiting, I think will help choosing new hires that will enjoy the job, and I think that will make them stay longer and do a better job because they'll be more motivated. And I think that applies whether it's like their big fancy dream job or even if it's like a smaller job, I guess, that's just in the realm of something they enjoy. Like the example I was thinking of was someone who enjoys taking care of people would be a better fit for like a housekeeping position at a nursing home than someone who's just applying because they need the money and they don't necessarily like taking care of people. Or it could be someone whose dream is to become the principal of a private school and they're applying for a position student teaching at one. In one, it's like working towards their dream job. It's a step in the right direction. The other one, it may not be their dream job, but it's a type of work they like doing. Either way, it's going to make them more motivated to do a better job and maybe stay there longer. Question 3, what are the benefits of using internal recruitment sources and external recruitment sources? Some benefits of internal recruitment sources would be that you already have a proven record, so you know what their attendance is like, what their work ethic is like, any discipline records, how they fit in the company culture, stuff like that. It can also be faster and cheaper to onboard them, less training, stuff like that. For external recruitment, you have a much larger pool of candidates. They have fresh ideas and perspectives. Question 4, how might exclusively relying upon word of mouth referrals from employees lead to discrimination in recruitment practices? I don't think this would be on purpose. I think this would be more accidental. So it would be probably a disparate, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, disparate act that's mentioned in the textbook, where the organization inadvertently doesn't hire a protected class just because the people being referred to them don't include that protected class. I don't know anyone off the top of my head who only relies on word of mouth for hiring. I think it's probably more popular in small businesses who have less resources or less funds for recruiting. So I would imagine that doesn't happen super often, but I would think that it happens by accident, not really on purpose. Question 5. Briefly compare, open recruitment. So open recruitment is a broad method where the job posting gets you a lot of candidates, but they aren't all necessarily a great fit for your position, versus targeted recruitment, where it's much more specific and it may involve something like recruiting in a specific location, job fair, or event that will get you less applicants, but they're much more likely to be a better fit for your position. Passive cultivation is when you post a job and wait for people to apply. I imagine this is probably not super successful unless the position you're advertising for is either high demand, very high pay, or your company is very popular, or there aren't as many jobs to choose from in your area, or like a high unemployment rate and people don't have many choices. And then active cultivation is when you're interacting with candidates back and forth and encouraging them to apply. My first thoughts for this are things like attending job fairs, like at colleges where new graduates are going to be applying for jobs in your industry, and social media accounts for different brands participating in conversations with potential candidates. Both of these, I imagine, are probably much more effective methods than passive cultivation, um, but obviously they do require more work and interaction. Thank you.